Okay, guys. Today we have some topic like project, what is portfolio, what is program, and uh, this all the basic part we are just touching today. Later, this is the 21 days program, and we have already make the plans like how we are going to do, and we will start with very smaller points to till whatever the project management part. Everything we will learn step by step. So guys, this is the like project. So the project will be when the project will be happen, it will be some start date and some end date will be there. If it is some start date and end date is there, that comes under the project. Anything is the project. Like we are launching a website, we are launching a web portal, we are just building a house, we are planning to go Goa. This all are it comes under the project. So the basic idea where the timeline should be there, a start date should be there, and end date should be there. Inside the project, like we have scope, time, cost, and quality. If I'm going with any kind of the project, this triple constant is always there, like scope, schedule, time, and cost. Definitely, quality is one of the major part for any project. I'll give one example. Like if I'm going to make one e-commerce portal, and in this e-commerce portal, 6 month duration will be there, and in this 6 month, we have the scope that we are going to create homepage, category page, services page, then order page and checkout page. Apart from that, we are just going to create our user base page where the user management area will become, where the user registration part and all will be there. So here we are just deciding what are the scope for the e-commerce portal. The next thing we are just deciding like how much time it will be required, like 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month. So we are just making the timelines. It will be the 6 month timelines. Then once any project we are going to decide, we have some budget like uh, 1 CR, 2 CR, what are the budget will be there? It will be there. And what are the quality parameter will be there? Like how we are just validating our project, how we are just measuring our project that it will be on the track, on the quality track is there or not. What could be the code quality for the project? What could be the like checklist for the project? These all are the things we are discussing inside the project. So guys, uh, the project is the start date and end date, uh, and if it is we are starting, definitely will be end. So that comes under the project. Any doubt till now? Guys, this session is more interactive. So if you feel any time that any question you have, you just stop me. I'll give you answer and then I can proceed. So just now I explained what is the project. Next, I'm just explaining what is project and what is operation. So the project has some start date and some end date, but operation there is no start date and no end date. That the project operation is comes under the services. Like some services is still going, and once some other services will become, that time the service will be stopped. So there is no in time for the services. It will be continuous process is there for that. Ongoing process for the services will be there. Uh, so the project we have temporary, they have the end date, but operation they don't have the end date. In the project, we are just making some unique deliverable value. But operation, we already know, like if I'm using some internet connection and all this thing, this comes under the operation. This it will be continuous process will be there. In the project, we have the cross-functional team assemble. They decide that what is the benefit management plan for the project, how we are doing the project, what are the reason behind it, the project. We just checked all the compliances like pestle and all, and based on that we decide the project. And even the, like when we are coming operation, the permanent team performing the routine activity, continuous identifying and supporting the organization. So it will be just basic difference between what is the project and what is the operation. Next we are coming with that, uh, like this is very basic part of the project management or any project manager, like uh, program, project, program, and portfolio. So project we already discussed, like we have some end date and start date and end date, and some unique product we are just creating, and some problem we are just solving in the project, because this is unique, and definitely some of the project in the company, in the organization, in the people we are solving in the project. Uh, Once the project, it will be become more like 2 3 projects, it comes under the program. So in one uh, project manager, he belongs to the program manager. So program manager, inside so many project manager is there, 3 4 5 project manager will be there, and there are different category will be there. Like somewhere we are doing with the finance project, somewhere we are doing with the banking project, somewhere we are doing e-commerce project, somewhere we are doing like a travel domain project. So group of the project is comes under the program. Is similar related projects, it will become inside the program. And now all these things, it will be the top will be there, that is portfolio. So in the portfolio, like so many programs will be there, so many projects will be there. I'll give you a very simple example. Nowadays when the people will be trade some of the share, they have some portfolio for that guy, and in this portfolio they have so many type of the shares, like uh, finance share also will be there, retail share also will be there, insurance share also will be there, uh, normal like boot company share also will be there. So that whole things is comes under the portfolio. So portfolio is already here in this picture, the portfolio is already in the top, and after that program will be there, and after that project will be there. So many project make one program, and many program make one portfolio. So here also it will be the definition I have given, like project, a single iterative with a specific goal, timelines, and deliverable, focused on creating and define output. When we are coming with the program, so a group of the related project managed together to the obtain benefit, not available for the managing them individually. Portfolio, it will become here the collection of project programs and operation work aligned with the strategic business objective. So this comes under here, uh, portfolio. Next, it will be coming here. We have like what are the phases is there for the project management. It's very basic, but it's always important. So in the first, the initialization will be there. In the project initialization part, where we are doing benefit management plan, why the project is required, what are the ROI we are going to get, what are the NPS we are going to get. Based on the ROI, how much we are contributing and how much we are going to get after the 2 year 3 year down the line. So these all are the things we are just considering inside the initialization phase. Definitely the project complaints and all will be just considering inside the initialization phase. Once the initialization phase has been completed, we create for the project charter. And once the project charter has been created, we start with the planning phase. So once inside the planning phase, we do like a scope, schedule, cost part we are checking, high level everything we are doing inside the planning. Even the risk is very important part, and here we are just taking the risk, creating the assumption and contingency plan for that in the planning. Once this all the things we assign, then we are coming with the execution. Like the project will be, we are going to start the project, and once the project has been started, time to time, if it is the two type, the project development methodology is already there. One is the waterfall. I think most of the people know, because before 2001 waterfall only was there in the uh, like project development area. After 2001 the agile is introduced, and the people start using agile, scrum, kanban, all these things. So project methodology we use either waterfall or agile. If it is we are using agile, then the 2 week or 4 week sprint will be there. And in this 2 week, 4 week sprint, we are interacting with the customer. We are taking the feedback and we are updating our product. If it is waterfall, then we are just going with the process, like how many uh, schedule we have scheduled. Based on that milestone, we are just updating with the customer. Not 2 week. I think every month, based on the schedule, we are updating with the client. Once the execution will be over, monitoring and controlling part will be a start. Here, the monitoring and controlling part, we monitor everything. We monitor scope, schedule, cost, resource, uh, we risk. Sometime if it is the procurement in there inside the project, we are just following that part also. And the final part will be happen with the project management phases, the closure. This is also very important part. Here we are doing all that, whatever the project, how we are going to close, what are the procedure for there, what are the document we have created to hand over. We are hand over in this phase to the customer. We are giving the training for the customer peoples, and make sure we are supporting some of the time based on the project is decided, like 2 months support will be there, 3 months support will be there. We are supporting inside the closure, and the final part inside the closure we are celebrating with the team. So these are the main 5 phases for the project management life cycle. Once we are
With
coming
that being
next,
said, we are only talking about this 5 phases from a waterfall or a traditional project management methodology, right? It's nothing applicable to the uh, agile
uh, y-
agile framework.
yes.
It is not an agile framework methodology. We are only talking about the uh, waterfall or traditional method here.
No, actually, the project life cycle. This all are the pages. Even these pages is applicable for the agile also. So in the agile also, when we are going to do any project, we are doing the initialization. We are doing the planning, like how much time it will be take, the rough estimation. Because in the agile, what will be happen? Like frequently, more changes will be there. Every 2 week, the customer will be give some feedback, and based on that, we will plan. So the high level timelines will be there, even the agile way of the development also. The execution part is also happening in the agile. Monitoring and controlling part also there in the agile, like how much, how you are just controlling the scope, schedule, cost, resources. These all are the things we are doing inside the agile also. So this is the 5 typical the project management life cycle phases. It's already there inside both the methodology, and whatever the methodology we can use, these are the phases should be there. Does this answer your question?
Um, Maybe partially, maybe not, but then because my understanding is that agile was more in terms of all the planning happens. Of course, I understand where you come from, but then from a agile methodology standpoint, I think the planning is through the daily stand-ups, or you know you have a uh, you know a sprint planning which happens. It's everything is within the sprint, right? So that is, I would put it that way, right? Even the planning happens within the sprint as to what needs to be done. Retrospective happens within the sprint. Execution happens within the sprint, and the sprint itself is the bigger container, right? Initiation is not the complete project, if I'm not wrong, because when they talk about project, they only talk about the sprint at that point in time in Agile. Uh, from a product methodology standpoint, or from a uh, be it the Scrum, or be it, you know, Scrum is one of the methodology in the Agile framework, right? So
Correct, correct, correct. I
yeah,
agree.
so
So what will
yes,
be
yeah,
happen in the Scrum? So what
is
will be
monitoring,
happen in the
controlling.
Scrum?
Yeah, monitoring, controlling. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Monitoring, controlling. It happens alongside that sprint. It is all within the sprint that happens, right? So planning is limited to the sprint, and that is why it is agile, right? So we are talking about agile uh, requiring, if the requirement changes today, you know, uh, the agile is flexible. Basically, it is agile. Agile is like, it's to say that in a simple man's language, it is more flexible to the budget. It's more flexible to the timelines. It is not unlike the traditional project management methodology, where the initiation happens and then the planning phase, which takes potentially, like, uh, majority of your time will go into, right?
correct.
uh, in the agile, it doesn't happen that way, because the planning is like very short time term driven. This thing is what my understanding is. I may be wrong, but then yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, it's okay. I'll clarify. So what will be happen in the Agile also, like we have the Epic. So once the Epic is there, we are doing the product backlog refinement. Inside the Epic, we are just taking what are the things is there. So it comes the planning part here. Like what are the things we are going to do it. And
yes,
now,
exactly, yeah. In the
yeah.
epic, how many
So
stories are there? Stories,
yes, yes.
right.
So the planning part is what will be happen in the agile. Like planning, we are doing more and more. Every iteration, we are doing the planning. In
Exactly.
the traditional, what will be happen? One time we are doing the planning, and the rest time we are doing execution and monitoring. But agile, what will be happen? The planning will be more. Like every 2 week or every 4 week sprint, we are doing the planning and we are developing the part. Execution part we are doing. Okay. The next thing what will be happen, even the product backlog refinement, we have the sprint backlog also.
Mm.
So if it is this sprint something we not completed, so that
Got
part
it.
sprint backlog area will be still there. So
Yeah,
again we are doing the planning. Again we are doing the refinement part here,
yeah,
and we are taking what are the required things to develop it.
yeah.
Yes, in the agile, the once the planning initialization is always happen for all the project. Like initialization in the meaning in the sense like why we are doing this project, what the reason behind it, how the benefit we are going to get it, how the ROI we are going to receive from this project down the line 3 month or 6 month or whatever the project will be completed. So initialization, every project will be there. Okay, once the planning part here in Agile, definitely this is the more flexible in the sense like a scope, it can change anytime.
Yeah.
Even the resources, if I want, based on the requirement, I can increase, decrease. All this flexibility is there. The customer is always engaged with us. Like every 2 week, we are updating that this is the correct way of developing or not. So he already engaged with us. So the flexibility is more here in the agile, but planning is already there. Once the planning is done, then we are doing the execution. Like every 2 week, we are doing execution. And once the execution is over, uh, monitoring controlling part is also here, but less. Like we monitor like how much we completed, what are the things is uh, pending. Here we are doing in the retrospective. We are checking every month. We are doing the monitoring and controlling part. Like what are the things we did well? What are the things we not did well? What we need to improve? These are the monitoring and controlling part we are doing inside that retrospective area.
Mm.
Closure is always there for the project. Like once the project is over, we are just writing the closure part, like all the documentation part we are writing. We are just planning for the how to hand over the customer. Each customer is aware of all the whatever the functionality we develop or not. All these things we are writing, and then we are finally handshaking with the customer that this is our closure part. This project will be going to close now, because I already explained that whatever the project we start, the some end point will be there. So now we are just making with the closure, and we are saying that okay, these are the things we completed. These are the document is there. If you feel sometime something is not working, you can go back and you can check with this document, or we can give some support for 2 months or 3 months. So that also part is there inside the closure. So this, all the things is happening with even the uh, agile also, but agile is bit fast facing and it's more flexible. Is this answered?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Now we have here like three things: productive, agile, and hybrid. So mostly we already discussed what is the predictive. Predictive means waterfall model, and agile we already discussed some of the part, like agile is more flexible. Four rules, four values there for the agile, and 12 principle is there. And some of the people they have in 2001, I think uh, they did this agile. um, Started from US, some of the location I forget the name. In that time they give four principle and 12 four value and 12 principle for the agile. And this is flexible more. The people here, the customer, the four principle inside, like individual interaction over process and tool. Second, working software will be there. Third, like customer collaboration over the contract, no negotiation is there. And fourth is welcoming changes part will be there. So these four principle, they already working with agile, and so many framework will be there for the agile. Like mostly the people they use Scrum, and Kanban is also there inside the umbrella. Lean is also inside the umbrella with the agile. Crystal is also inside the umbrella of the agile. So many framework is there,
Extreme
and the
programming.
mostly the work will be there with the agile, like more customer collaboration. And if the customer want to change anything, we can happily accept the changes, and we deliver value with the faster way. So these are the things inside the agile. Why agile is required, we need to understand, and why the waterfall was not suitable much, we need to understand. So the first thing was there, like in the waterfall, what was there? We have decided all these things, 6 month plan, and we give the timelines in this 6 month timelines. uh, if I'm making schedule like every 1 month or every 2 month, I'm going to give update. In between, the customer uh, doesn't aware that what we are doing, where we are, and if something will be changed in the market, we are going to incorporate in this project or not. So these are the drawback for the waterfall method. Now here in the agile, what will be happen, if anything is customer want to change any new technology he want to add, he can easily add. And it's flexible more, that we already know that it will be just deliver value faster. Like customer want only minimum viable product you have to give me. So agile can offer the minimum viable project also. And once productive, agile, one more concept will become like hybrid. So hybrid, what will be happen? Like this is the combination of agile and productive. Both we are just going to do inside the hybrid. So what will be happen? Sometime we are gathering all the information for the customer using with the predictive method. We are initializing the project. We are just making the wireframe, all this approval part and all these things we do for the productive way of the working. And when we are going to develop, we use the agile way of the working, where the 2 week sprint, all the wireframe and everything is ready. Now we are developing and we are just giving to customers. So this kind of the approach is comes under the hybrid. So I already written here like in the predictive, like sequential phase will be there in the waterfall. One thing will be over, then we are going to take another thing. Like if I'm going to make designing first. Once the design is approved, then we are just going to develop the code base. Once the code base is developed, then we are going to testing, and then we are hand over the project to the customer. So waterfall, it will be uh, following one after another. Agile is fast ways, also flexible, and hybrid is combination of agile and scrum, agile and waterfall. So this three method now the people they are using for the project management methodology. Any doubt for that? Okay.
No, Mukesh, we good.
Okay. The next thing is happening with the role of project manager is the very common question for the project manager. More, I think most of the people who join today uh, in the meeting, most of the project manager is there, and what are the role is there as a project manager. I believe most of the people know, so I'll just explain some of that. As a project manager, he plan, execute, facilitate for the project, then manage all the things like even the scope, schedule, cost, budget, all these things will be going to manage, lead and motivate the teams. These are the basic major things over there for the project. Apart from that, he'll be just handling like a risk. He'll be just going to write the risk register. He'll be time to time, he'll be just going to check the risk. He'll be going to make sure that stakeholder management part where he'll be going to identify a stakeholder. He'll be right like a stakeholder power impact matrix, and he'll be going to follow for that. uh, he'll be going to make the resources part where he'll be going to add the resources based on the project requirement. He'll be do the SWOT analysis for that also, where he'll be going to check like strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat for the for the resources. Which area he want to improve for the resources. He'll be going to write for that also. Budget, he'll be going to check like how much budget is there for the project, and we are behind the project budget, or we are ahead project budget. He'll be going to control this part also. Scheduling is one of the major part always in the project. He'll be going to consider like it should not go beyond the schedule, whatever the project. He'll be going to check like even the change management also, like if any change will be happen in the project, what are the procedure for that. He'll be going to do. Documentation part is always there for the project documentation. Closure is one of the another last part will be there. So these all are the things as a project manager he is going to do for the project. Any question, any comment? Okay. Next, we are going to see that like what are the PMO types. So there are three PMO types is there. One is supportive, controlling, and directive. We'll go one by one. What is the supportive PMO? What is the controlling PMO? And what is the directive PMO? So supportive PMO in the sense like he'll be just provide tools and methodology, offering training and mentoring, and facilitate like knowledge sharing. So he'll be just supportive kind of the PMO. He'll be just going to give these all the things for the project manager. Now, if I'm coming with the controlling, so in the controlling PMO, like he'll be uh, moderate use of a specific tool and process. He'll be just say that these are the process will be there, these are the tools is available to use it conduct the project audit and review part, track the complaints and metrics. These all are the things we do by the controlling PMO. And last is directive PMO. So in the directive PMO, like the higher management will be mostly involved in there, and he will be going to provide the direction for the project. Like this is the budget is there, how you are going to manage. These are the resources there. Uh, you can manage for this much. These are the timelines is there. You can plan for that. He'll be just control the project resource and budget. So this he'll be going to do inside the directive PMO. Ensure the strategic alignment is there for the project. He'll be just going to do. So supportive, he'll be just give some tools and rules and regulation. Controlling, he'll be just give strictly rules. These are the tools and process will be there. You have to follow. And directive will be just give the direction how you are going to handle this project. So these are the our three kind of the PMO is available in the project management. Any doubt for till now?
Nope.
Okay. Next is coming like business case and benefit management plan. So uh, in the benefit business case, we justify the project investment that I already explained, that we are just seeing that why the project is there, what are the reason behind it. If I'm going to create this project, how much investment is required, how much expected cost will be going to come, how much the benefit will be going to happen, what are the risks will be going to come, what is the strategic alignment should be there, like is this 3 month project, 6 month project? If it is the 3 month project, will be going to increase 5 month. What could be the challenge will be there? So in the business case, they'll be give all the foundation and even the investment decision, like how much money we can invest, how much ROI we can expect, how many resources will be there in this project, how much timeline will be there. All these things we are going to decide inside the business case. Sometimes the people they'll say in the project management book, this is called feasibility study. So we can do the feasibility study for any project when we are going to start. And all these things we are just taking care about, like investment, cost, benefit, risk, all these things. Now, the next is coming like benefit management. So inside the benefit management, we are identify plan, track, releases, value for the project, and intended the deliver through the life cycle and beyond. This all the benefit management plan we are just checking and we are considering. Now we have the success criteria, how our project will be going to be success, how we can see that, okay, my project is successfully delivered, successfully completed, successfully launched, successfully there inside the market. So in this success criteria, we just write major project outcome beyond the traditional timeline and cost matrix, including customer satisfaction. Inside the customer satisfaction, NPS score is also important. So we are considering that part also. How much business impact is we going to make, that we are writing inside the success criteria. And strategic contribution, like if any project we are doing, what are the contribution is going to do inside the market, inside the customer, all these things we are writing inside the success criteria. Now the last is coming like value delivery. So how we are when we are going to make like benefit management plan, we make sure we are writing this part also, like how the value delivery will be there. So ensure benefit realization align and strategic goal throughout the continuous monitoring and adjustment throughout the project and operational life cycle. So this will be make the value. Like suppose if I'm going to make some minimum viable product and we are just going to launch inside the market. After that, launching the MVP product, we get so much review that okay, this product should be like this, the color should be like this, the length should be like this. All the information we are gathering from the value delivery once we are adding with the MVP. Now here's some of the point like key business case component, executive high level like overview and recommendation we are writing, problem statement we are writing, option analysis we are writing, financial analysis where the ROI and NB and NPV, payback period. Payback period is also very important. Like I was just explaining, like once the project is launched, whatever the ROI I have added, how much time will be going to return from that. So that is the payback period time. My investment will be going to return by 3 month, 3 month, 3 week, 3 month, 3 year, or 30 year. How much payback time will be there? That will be written inside the project. We just write in the lump sum only, but we have written for that also. Like suppose if I'm use 1 CR for any project, and I'm assuming that my 1 CR will be going to return next 3 year, and after 3 year, whatever will be there, my profit will be there. So that all the payback time we have written. Next is coming risk assignment, where the threat and mitigation strategy we are writing, like what kind of the threat will be happen, what kind of risk will be happen, what is happen, what the mitigation plan for us, how we are going to handle it, all those things we are writing. Implementation approach means high level or timeline we are writing, how we are going to complete. Even the benefit realization framework here identify category, benefit, financial, strategic, and optional. Map benefit the business objective. What are the objective we are going to get inside that we are writing. Assign the benefit owners accordingly. Establish baseline and target matrix. Track the measures during the after project. Report process to a stakeholder regularly. These all are the things we are doing. Benefit realization framework. Next, we have deliver value, like when we are going to deliver some value with the project management. These are the things that will be there. Understand the destruction, follow the structure phases, choose the right methodology, like where we are already discussing which methodology we are going to use, either agile, hybrid, or waterfall. Based on the project, we are going to decide. Leverage the PMO support, like we just check with what the PMO will be do. Like PMO will be supportive, controlling, and directive. So we need to take the PMO support where the resources will be required. Government's project government's framework will be there. Expertise, success organization capacity building will be there. Next will be there like focus on benefit. So look beyond the time and cost, ensure the true value realization should be there. Manage benefit proactively from the business run throughout the operational delivery. So these all are these four things will be there for the deliver value. If I'm going to do any project, these are the value we are just assuming that it should be there inside the project. So guys, till now, any question for there? Now the project management, all the 5 point is over. Now we will do further mostly Q&A session. We will understand if any question will be there, any doubt will be there for this 5 phases and 5 points. Any question, any doubt till now?
No questions. Thank you.
So today we learn like what is the project. We learn project and operation. What is the main difference between the project and operation? We learn what is the project, program, and portfolio. All three things we learn. We learn like project life, how to be happening with the installation, with the planning, with the execution, with the monitoring and controlling and closing. We understand what is the productive, what is agile, and what is the hybrid way of the working. We understand role of the project manager. we understand type of the PMO. These all are the things we learned today. Now, any question you can ask, otherwise I'll ask the question.
I think you can ask the questions, please.
Good. So here we did a bit more. Okay.
Would you be able to share this link with us?
Yes. Anyhow, I'm going to update these things on the YouTube, and I'll share the link in the group so everyone will be going and see that.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask some question like when I'm going to do any project initialization, can I take the help of the SME, system matter expert?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Whenever we are going to do any kind of the project initialization, I was missing that point, that system matter expert also we are going to take the help, and we are going to take the point for him, like what are the things we are doing is correct or not. All the details we are just checking with him. So this is one of the part. Okay, when we are going to do the project initialization, what is the main role for the ROI? What the meaning of ROI? Anyone want to highlight?
Return on investment.
Yes.
Return of investment.
What will be the return on investment? Can you explain a bit more about the ROI?
If I'm investing 100 million for the purpose of, implementing a system into the organization, what is the return that I get in terms of monetary value? It's a financial metric.
Good, good. It's good one. So whatever I'm going to invest, how much I'm going to get ROI on the investment, this is comes under the ROI. What is the NPS, the Net Promoter Score? Any idea about anyone? It comes under the customer satisfaction. When the customer satisfaction will be there, the NPS score we can check. Anyone, any idea? Anybody? NPS?
It defines your customer satisfaction levels, basically.
Yeah. So NPS will be just check the customer satisfaction label. The customer will be just going to write some review of the product. So that's
It's kind of a survey to refer
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. It's kind of the survey for the product, and the
Yes.
customer is going to give the review that product is look good, is great, it's not good, it's average. This all the information we are taking for the NPS, Net Promoter Score. So this is also one of the important part. What is the MVP? Any idea about, guys? MVP?
Minimum viable product.
Excellent. What will be happen inside the minimum viable product? What we are doing for that?
Where customer can derive value out of the minimum product that we should, as a project it delivers, out of which customer can derive some value.
Good. But why we are doing the MVP? Why we are doing minimum viable product? Why
It's a
we
basic
are
Kind of a
product.
first time impression point of view, giving the simplest version to the new product, so that customer will attract at the initial stages.
one more.
Compromise must and should deliver those things. That is
Okay.
out of your deliverables, what a must and should that has to
Yes.
be delivered. That is MVP.
Good. So many now the like reply is coming is really good. So
One question on that. I mean, I
yeah.
might
Go
want to
ahead.
ask a question since we are talking about it. I mean, MVP is primarily, does that seen from a waterfall standpoint also, or is it only looked at from an agile methodology standpoint? Because
Anywhere, like
anywhere
all
as
the
well. Okay.
anywhere, it will be not the stopping. Like if I'm doing with the waterfall, I cannot do MVP, and if I'm doing with agile, I cannot do the MVP. So it'll
Is that
be
predominantly seen, that usage or the terminology is predominantly seen in agile methodology, or is it
yes,
also, it is
it'll
primarily
be
seen there, right?
mostly, yeah, it'll be mostly come with the agile methodology
Yeah.
only, because what will be happen in the agile methodology we have flexible, and waterfall we already decide that these are the things we are going to complete.
Correct.
So if I'm going to complete all the things, it will be not the minimum viable product. So that's the reason it will be always come inside the agile way of the working. So what will be happen MVP? Like I'll give you a very simple example. Suppose I just want to bring one cake in the market, and I just want to see the customer review, like how the customer is like he's feeling about the product. So I just created one MVP cake and I launched in the market. Now, what the benefit for the customer and what the benefit for the creator, like client, he don't want to invest whole money. He just created one small part and he'll be just checking what the response for the customer. Okay, if the customer is liking this cake, then he'll be just going to make the variance. Like nowadays, only one color. Later, I can increase the more color, more taste, and more size. Like where we comes under the SKU part. So this all the things we consider based on that keeping the MVP. The customer more want later the expansion for the product. So that's why he want you just give the MVP. I'll just check with the market like how the demand is there. Based on that, I can increase other facility over there the product. So this the reason MVP they'll be bringing in the market. Even the I just given the example for the product, it will be happen in the software also. They'll be just you just remember like when the WhatsApp will become he has only the charting facility. The people they can just chart it. Later it will become the like voice calling is also there. Later it will become like we are able to send images also. After that we are able to send video also. Nowadays we are able to send money also. So the MVP when the WhatsApp it will become only for the text messaging. Later, the market will be involved and we are doing all these other facilities. So the MVP is that for that reason. One more thing is called sometime in the project management will be asked. This is the MVP. One is marketable price will be there.
MMP, minimum market product.
will be
Yes.
there.
Yes.
So that also will be going to ask you sometime in the like PMP exams. So that make the same thing will be there. Minimum market price will be there. That also you just remember. Okay, so we clear about like project and all this thing. Next, like tomorrow, we are just going to handle like what is the benefit management plan, business case, how we are going to handle deeply. I have the list. I'll answer. So the next we are going to see like what is the business case, what is the business management plan, project success criteria, value deliver system. We are going to see deeper, and then we will just going to see like what is the project charter will be there, why the project charter is required, what is inside the project charter. Not only the high level, we will go deeper about what is the project charter inside that. Who will be going to create, who will be going to approve, who will be going to sign all these things. Like I have already written who will be going to create, what are the key elements for there in the project charter, what will be there inside that. Then we are just going to say assumption and constraints, authority of the project manager. All these things we are going to see tomorrow, and this another part. So later, day after tomorrow, we'll see the like stakeholder management. Then planning part here it will become the second phase. This will be things we will drive till 22 days. Guys, is this clear?
Yes, yeah. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll upload this video, and if anybody want to see refer once again, he can just refer it, and make sure that in after 22 days, we know each and everything, a small part of the project management.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
okay, guys, thanks a lot.
Good night.
Thanks for
Thank you.
joining. Okay, good night. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.